I go over to the other lot, and bam, there's my green truck. Lease in January, low payments, everything I asked for. I live what I speak. I really mean it when I tell y'all. You can have what you want, but you have to be the one to choose. You can't keep wondering. You can't say, oh, I hope that it's going to go the way that I wish. No, you have to decide and choose. And then you make that in your mind your reality and you walk in it. So when I was picking my truck, I took my time. Okay, so there is a list that you go to that shows the inventory, and there are all these new, bright, shiny trucks with expensive payments. And there were a couple trucks that were really reasonable, and a very fast approaching lease end date. That's what I wanted. But because of the videos that I had to complete and the things that were due for me at the end of my classes, I was not able to choose right away before some others were done. And that was fine. They didn't get worked to the bone the way I did the day before they got here. So I was really catching up on some rest. Anyways, what I saw on there was a lease that was going to be up in March. It didn't have, it was the one truck that did not have a picture. Everything else had pictures. So, of course, we were all wondering what the color was. But then I saw someone's name next to it, one of my classmates. And so I contacted my classmate and I asked her, I said, well, do you like the truck? What color was it? And she said it was green. It was the emerald green. She's like, I really don't like the color. But she said it's really clean. You know, it looks like a good truck. So she said, I think I'm going to go with it unless they put some more inventory out in the morning. So in my mind, I was like, yeah, it would have been nice to have that. But I said, I'll just go with what I decide instead of hoping that something will fall on the list. So the next few hours, I submitted my email. I finished all my videos. I let them know that I was ready for the next step in the process. So they told me that it was time to pick my truck. They called me. They were like, do you see anything out there that you want? Mind you, I had thought about it and I was like, green, that is nice. I love green. I would love to have a green truck. All my favorite filters, the eyes are green. Money is green, honey. I love money. Money loves me. I love my green juice. I love nature. I love all the greenery in nature. It does something for me. So I said to myself, I want green. I want a green truck. But I want something where the lease is up in 2026, not 27, not 28, and definitely not no sky high payments. So she called me and she's like, so did you see a truck on the list? I said, you guys don't really have anything on that list that I'm interested in. I said, I think I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow to see what the inventory will be when you update it. And she's like, oh, we have a really long list out there. We have a lot of inventory. I said, yeah, but there's nothing there that I like. I don't want no long lease and high payments. And she's like, okay. She said, well, there is one truck you can look at. She said, it just got put out on lot, I think she said lot A or something like that. And she's like, it has X amount of miles. She said it is, what were the details that she gave me? She gave me everything but the color. And in my mind, I was just glad that she gave me everything that I said that I wanted. The payment was what I wanted. for both the lease payment and something called an APU. Um, the terms of the lease. This truck will be done and paid for in January. I will be done in January. So many things that I said that I wanted and above and beyond, right? So I go out to the lot and I go and I'm walking through all of these trucks and I'm looking for my truck number. She gave me the truck number. I'm looking for the truck number. That's not it. That's not it. This one isn't it. And then I'm like, man, dang, it would help if I knew the color. But I wanted to be surprised. It was almost like a baby. You might have a boy or a girl. Let's just wait till the date of birth. I was just looking for my truck number. Not one of them had my truck number on it. It was hot out there, y'all. I'm getting tan. I'm out there in that heat, in that sun, no shade. So finally, I call her. I'm like, I've checked this lot. I was like, I do not see my truck number anywhere on this lot. She's like, oh, that's because they just moved it. I'm like, well, where did they move it to? So they moved it over to another lot. Hey, your girl can stand to have the exercise. It's good. I walked over there, right? I said, it would help if I knew the color. It would help because now at this point I don't want to be walking in all that heat. Your girl is parched at this point. So she said the color is green. I go over to the other lot and bam, there's my green truck. Lease in January, low payments, everything I asked for.